Miss Roxana, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So I said that adverbs are words that are used in sentences to describe or change the meaning of a word, adjective, or even another adverb. So adverbs always describe verbs, adjectives, or some other adverbs. And the first example, we have the adverb slowly, and it is describing walked. Walked is a verb. And he is very slow in walking. So very becomes an adverb and slow becomes an adjective. So an adverb also describes an adjective. He always walks very slowly. Very is an adverb. Slowly is an adverb too. So an adverb describes an adverb as well. Any questions?
Sir, what is the adjective form of slow? We can say slow, slower than the slowest.
Okay, these are the degrees of adjectives.
Okay.
Adjective slow is already an
So the
adjective.
slowly.
Slow is already an adjective. Slowly is an adverb.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's continue now. Fine. Formation of adverbs. How we make adverbs, especially the adverbs of manner out of verbs. Miss Roxana, can you read it?
Here are some guidelines on forming adverbs from adjectives. In a large number of the cases, the adverb can be formed by simply adding ly to the adjectives, like cheap, cheaply, quick, quickly, strong, strongly, easy, easily, happy, happily, nice, nicely.
Very good. So these are adverbs of manner, okay? How something happens. We make errors of manner by adding ly, ily, or ally to the adjectives. So this is just a rule, okay? Rule
It
number
means,
two
sir,
now.
adverbs are made from adjectives.
Yes, yes. These are errors of manner, okay? They answer the question.
Okay.
They answer the question how. For example, you drive the car. How do you drive the car? I drive the car slowly. I drive the car fast. I drive the car carefully. I drive the car carelessly. So these are errors of manner. Manner means a way, how something happens, how something occurs. So we
Okay,
make
sir.
errors of manner by adding ly, ily, ally to the adjectives. Okay, so
Okay,
this
sir.
is rule number one. Normally, we add ly to adjectives to make them adverbs. Cheaply, quickly, carelessly, carefully, beautifully, nicely, smartly, intelligently, cleverly, right?
Okay, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
this is rule number two now.
If
Mr.
the
Fat,
adjectives ends with
okay,
y,
continue.
replace the y with an I and a ly. Ready, readily, crazy, crazily, easy, easily, healthy, healthily, happy, happily, heavy, heavily, dirty, dirtily.
Okay, so these are actually adjectives that end with y. To make them adverbs, you have to remove y and add ily. Yes, Mr. Fat. Mr. Fat, do you have a question?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Then we have rule number three. Mr. Fat, you read it.
If the adjective ends with le, replace the e at the end with y, like understandable, understandably, forcible, forcibly, possible, possibly, visible, visibly, probable, probably, remarkable, remarkably.
So there are some adjectives that end with le. So to turn them into adverbs of manner, you have to remove e and add y simply. Forcibly, visibly, probably, remarkably, right? Okay. Rule number four now. Ms. Wafa.
Some adjectives do not change form at all, like fast, fast, straight, straight, hard, hard, well, well, enough, enough, wrong, wrong, right, right.
Yeah, so these are errors of manner, and they do not change their forms, okay? So they will be used the same, they are used as adjectives, okay? I am driving faster. I am going straight ahead. She studies harder. She's doing very well on the tester. I am doing enough on the tester. Okay, you are doing wrong. He is going right. He is speaking right. He is writing right. Okay, so they are used the same way as they are used as adjectives. Then we have types of adverbs. Okay, these are types of adverbs. Ms. Roxana, can you read it?
Yes, sir. Adverbs are used in sentences to answer many questions about the verbs, adjectives, or adverbs themselves. The different types of adverbs are as following: adverb of time, adverb of place, adverb of manner, adverb of frequency, adverb of certainty and negation, adverb of degree, interrogative adverb.
Okay, so these are types of adverbs, okay? Now, let's talk about adverbs of time. Mustafa, can you read it?
Adverbs of time are those adverbs which show the time of an action or state and can answer the question when, like today, yesterday, now, tomorrow, last year, last decade, ago, lately, before, already, 10 o'clock, etc.
Yeah, in the morning, in the afternoon, 2 days ago, 10 days ago, last year, last month, last week, today, tomorrow, next year, next month. These are all errors of time. No, lately, just, already, recently. These are errors of time, and they answer the question when. Okay, for example,
Okay.
Miss Roxana, read the examples.
The results were announced yesterday. She will visit the hospital tomorrow. She died 2 years ago. I wrote to him yesterday. Have you seen him before? May I leave now? He will come tomorrow. I have warned him already.
So these are all adverbs of time. Yesterday, tomorrow, ago, before, no, tomorrow, already. These are adverbs of time.
Time. I haven't read anything lately.
So these are adverbs of time.
Time.
Okay, formula number 1. Miss Wafa, can you read it?
Sentence plus adverb of time. For example, I am studying English today. He met his friends last night.
Formula number 2. This is how you can use adverbs of time in sentences. You can either use them at the end of sentences or at the beginning of sentences. But if you use them at the beginning of sentences, you must use commas there.
Okay.
Okay, formula number 2, adverbs of time plus a comma plus sentence. Yesterday, she went to Parman. No, I am learning English. So if you use adverbs of time at the beginning, you must use commas to separate the adverbs and the sentences. Yeah. Okay, adverbs of place now. Ms. Roxana, kindly you read it.
Adverb of place are those adverbs which show the location or place of an action or state and can answer the question where. Here, there, over there, inside, outside, somewhere, upstairs, downstairs, far, near, at school, at home, in the park, etc.
Okay, these are adverbs of place and they answer the question where.
Question where.
Yes. So, okay, examples.
They will meet you there. In spring, flowers bloom everywhere. We have been living here for several years. I searched for him everywhere. They went upstairs. May I come in? She came forward. I decided to go there.
So these are all Arabs of place, and they answer the question
Place.
where. They will meet
There.
you there. Where will they meet you? They will meet you there.
There.
Everywhere, upstairs, abroad, here, there, forward, ahead. So these are Arabs of places. Formula. Sentence plus adverb of place.
My dog sleeps outside. We have the meeting in the hotel.
So you can use them at the end of sentences or at the beginning. Okay, fine.
In the beginning.
Fine. Okay, errors of
manner.
manner now. Errors of manner.
No.
Okay, Ms. Wafa, you please read them.
Adverbs of manner are those adverbs which show how or in which manner the action happens and can answer the question how. Like badly, beautifully, carefully, quickly, softly, hard, truly, fast, easily, automatically, honestly, joyfully, carelessly, nicely, simply, etc.
Okay, so these are errors of manner and they answer the question how. They are made by adding ly, ily to the adjectives, as earlier we discussed. Okay, examples. Okay, Wafa, read the examples.
He slipped quietly. She works fast. The soldiers fought bravely. Walks carefully. She can speak English well.
So these are all errors of manner.
He always runs slowly. I can solve these questions easily.
So easily, well, fast, slowly, quietly, bravely, carefully. These are all functioning as errors of manner. Formula number one. Okay, Ms. Safa, you read it.
Subject plus verb plus adverb of manner. For example, she sings beautifully. He runs quite quickly.
Okay, so this is how you can use errors of manner. She sings beautifully, he runs quickly. Okay. Errors of frequency now. Errors of frequency. Ms. Roxana, you read it. Okay, Ms. Safa, you read it.
Adverbs of frequency tell us how often something happens. They can answer the question how frequently or how often.
So errors of frequency tell us how frequently or how often something happens. Okay. Ms. Roxana, can you read ahead?
Adverbs of definite frequency. Adverbs of indefinite frequency.
So there are two types of adverbs of frequency, indefinite and definite.
Indefinite.
Continue.
Adverbs of definite frequency are those adverbs which show the exact repetition of an action. For example, hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, every second, 1 minute, twice a year,
Once a minute.
twice, once or twice, 3 times, 4 times. Adverbs of definite frequency usually go in and position.
Read it.
Look at these examples. Most companies pay taxes yearly. The manager checks the account every hour. The directors meet weekly to review progress. Sir, here why they put weekly in the middle of the sentence?
Okay. The directors meet weekly to review progress. It is still the end of the sentence. Okay. By the end of the sentence, we don't mean it should be used exactly at the end. It should be used after the verbs. So the directors meet. Meet is a verb. After the verb, you can use it. The directors meet weekly to review progress, or you can say the directors meet to review progress weekly. But errors of frequency, they must be used after verbs. That's all.
Okay, sir. Sometimes, usually for reasons of emphasis or style, some adverbs of definite frequency may go at the front. For example, every day, more than 5,000 people die on our roads. Sir, we can also say more than 5,000 people die on our roads every day.
Fine, yeah, you can say that. Fine, you can use it at
So
the beginning or at
why
the
do
end.
we put what is the difference, sir? So
Okay,
why they put every day before?
sometimes for emphasis, you can use Arab of emphasis, Arabs of
Definite.
frequency. Arrows of frequency can be used for emphasis at the beginning of sentences, sometimes, not usually. For example, every day, more than 5,000 people die on our roads, right? It's normal sentence should be more than 5,000 people die on our roads every day. But for emphasis, you can use it at the beginning as well. But there must be a comma.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Daily comes here.
It's just for emphasis. Ms. Safa, you read it?
Adverbs of indefinite frequency are those adverbs which do not show the exact repetition of an action. For example, always, usually, often, normally, generally, frequently, regularly, constantly, sometimes, occasionally, seldom, rarely, hardly ever, never.
So these are arrows of indefinite frequency, okay? And they show the percentage of an occurring or a happening, but they do not show the exact number of the event. Continue.
Adverbs of indefinite frequency mainly go in mid position in the sentence. They go before the main verb except to be and to have. For example, we usually go shopping on Saturday. I have often done dates. She is always late.
Okay, fine. So when there are man verbs, they should be used before man verbs. When there are auxiliary verbs, to be verbs or to have verbs, these errors of frequency must be used after them. For example, he is always shopping there. He is always shopping at the plaza, for example. I am always playing cricket. So when there are to be verbs and man verbs, these errors of frequency must be used between them or after the auxiliary verbs. Otherwise, if there are only simply man verbs, they should be used before them. Okay, Miss Roxana, can you read it?
They can also go at the beginning or end of a sentence. For example, sometimes they come and stay with us. I play tennis occasionally. We see them rarely.
Rarely, seldom, hardly ever. They have negative meanings, okay? It means that
Okay.
something happens only 5%. Which is just like it gives a negative impact. We see them rarely. It means बहुत कभी कभार हम उसे देखते हैं. Okay, next.
Sir, I have John eats meat very seldom. Sir, I am a little bit confused in the last slide. Can you please show the previous slide?
This one?
Yes, sir. Here, to be and to have.
Okay, fine. I will explain it. Listen now. Okay, I sometimes play soccer. So here we already have a man verb, and this is an action verb, right?
Yes.
So I sometimes play soccer. I use this arrow of frequency before this man verb, okay?
Yes, sir.
If I use it with the man or with the auxiliary verbs or to have verbs, then I should use it after the auxiliary verbs. For example, they are always laughing at me. So here we have the auxiliary word are and the main verb laughing. So I use this adverb of frequency in the middle, or I can say I used it after the auxiliary verb and before the main verb, right? Is it clear? Okay, they often see me at the park. They often see me at the park. So here often is an adverb of frequency, and see is actually a main verb. They are often visiting me at the park. At the park. At the park. So here, yeah, here we have got two words now. One is are and the other is visiting. So I use the word often, which is an adverb of frequency, after this auxiliary verb and before this man verb. So if you have man verbs, they should be used before man verbs. If you have auxiliary verbs, they should be used after the auxiliary verbs. And you can also use them after, before the whole sentence, but there must be a comma. For example, sometimes, comma, I learn English. Sometimes I learn English. So sometimes becomes an adverb of frequency, and I used it at the beginning plus a comma.
Okay, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Fine, that's good now. Let's continue. Errors of certainty and negation. Ms. Safa, can you read it?
Adverbs
Yes, sir.
of probability is used to show how sure we are when do some. We are when we do something. Probably, perhaps, definitely, obviously, certainly, truly, exactly, surely, possibly, yes, no, not, indeed, by all means, not at all, by no means.
Okay, so these are adverbs or adverbial phrases which tell us how sure we are about something. So probably, definitely, yes, no, right? For example, Ms. Roxana, you read the examples, can you?
Examples, I will not come. We will certainly help you. Note that when used alone, yes or no represents a whole sentence. Sir, what is it?
Okay, it means that when you answer the question, for example, will you come to the class tomorrow? Yes. So this yes represents the whole sentence. Yes, I will come to the class. If you answer the question no, so no represents the whole sentence.
Okay, sir. It is by no means possible that we will finish this project by the June. Will you come? Yes. Have you finished the work? No. So no, I haven't finished the work.
Yeah, so no stands for no, I haven't finished the work. Yes stands for yes, I will come. So these are also adverbs, certainly, probably, definitely, possibly, likely, exactly, obviously. So these are adverbs, and they make something certain, or they make something like uncertain. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you read it, Miss Wafa.
Adverb of probability plus sentence. For example, perhaps she comes today. Probably I have to get up early tomorrow.
So adverbs of certainty or negation, they can be either used at the beginning or in the middle of the sentences, right? Next. So they are used in the mid as well. And this is the structure for using it in the middle. Miss Roxana, you read it.
Formula 2, subject plus modal verb plus adverb of probability plus main verb plus complement. He will probably get married next year. So, sir, he is subject?
Yeah,
And
he's a
what
subject.
is will?
Yeah.
Will is modal verb.
Will is a modal verb plus an auxiliary verb. Both. Will shows willingness. It shows intention in the future.
Okay, sir. He will probably get married next year. Many people can exactly speak English very well.
Fine. So with modal auxiliaries or with simply, I would say the auxiliary verbs, you can use these errors of certainty or errors of probability. You can use them either in the middle or at the beginning.
Okay, sir.
Errors of degree now. Ms. Safa, can you read it?
Adverb of degree is used to give information about the extent or degree of something. They are like very, quite, extremely little, much, more, most, too, so, fully, partly, almost, really, pretty, enough, a lot.
Okay. So errors of degree actually tell us to what extent something happens, to what extent something is true, to what extent something is wrong, to what extent something is occurring or in the condition. These are very quite, really, pretty, enough, a lot, more, much. Let's see some examples. Ms. Roxana, can you read the examples?
Sir, this problem is very serious. Solution to this problem is quite important. The teacher is extremely angry today. The questions are too easy. He is quite strong.
Okay. Errors of degree, they are also called adverbs of emphasis. They are also called adverbs of emphasis, and they are normally used with other adjectives to intensify or to emphasize the extent of the adjectives, the quality of adjectives, the severeness of the adjective or the severity of the adjectives. So this problem is very serious. If I say this problem is serious, it's normally serious. If I say it's very serious, so it's up to a higher extent serious, quite important, extremely angry, too easy, quite strong. So these are also called adverbs of intensity or adverbs of emphasis. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Read the other examples.
This problem is very serious. Solution to this problem is quite important. The teacher is extremely angry today. The questions are too easy. He is quite strong. She is very beautiful. I am fully prepared. My work is almost finished. This is good enough. Sir, very beautiful. Isn't
Yes.
it an adjective?
Yeah, it's an adjective. Beautiful is an adjective. Very is an adverb. Okay, listen now. Right now, I'm going to share an assignment with you, okay? You must do it now in 5 minutes. And after that, get online again and I will check it out.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to share another link on the WhatsApp, okay?
Okay, sir.